On the card on your table. Okay, let's take a picture first.
As you may be aware, about 4 months ago I retired as the Chief of the Toronto Police Service, and I immediately announced my intention to seek the nomination for the Liberal Party in Scarborough Southwest. I was lucky enough to secure that nomination, and now I'm running hoping to represent the people of Scarborough Southwest in the upcoming election as well.
I think even though you're a big name in the community, you still go for the normal nomination process?
Well, yes, of course, in the Liberal Party we have an open nomination process, and I think that's very important. And as well, I have spent the last several weeks out on the streets of Scarborough Southwest knocking on doors, speaking to the people of that community, because without their support, without earning their trust, I cannot represent them. I'm looking forward to meeting all of the people in my constituency to learn about their aspirations and their goals and what they want from their government so that I can serve them.
In terms of your specialty expertise in policing, will you help the Liberal Party if they win it to govern the country?
You know, I've been very fortunate in the opportunity that I've had for nearly 4 decades, and it's the last 10 of the Toronto Police Service. I've learned a lot about public safety and national security, but perhaps more importantly, I've learned a lot about how to serve a community and how to work with all of the diverse communities that make up the remarkable Greater Toronto Area. And so I want to bring that experience and whatever skills and abilities that I have acquired over the past 4 decades of service to continue to serve. And you know, I've been a public servant my whole life. I hope to be given the opportunity to continue to serve. I think there is no higher calling than service to the public, and I have always been inspired by people like John McCallum, who have found ways through elected office, going to Ottawa to serve his constituency, and I hope to live up to the standard that he has set.
Okay, last question. Making use of your expertise.
Sorry?
Making use of your expertise. Recently, there's a incident in Bangkok.
Yes.
Right? Do you see Canada will have same situation, or how safe is Canada?
Well, Canada is widely recognized as one of the safest countries in the world, and the Greater Toronto Area is one of the safest large cities in North America, one of the safest in the world as well. But you know, the threat of violent extremism is a very real threat. And so we always have to be vigilant. We always have to work hard to keep our communities safe. But I think it is a Canadian value and the responsibility of every government to keep both their citizens safe and to protect their rights and their freedoms. And I think it is an important Liberal value to strike that all-important balance. We must keep our communities safe, and in order to do that, we must have a strong law enforcement community and a strong national security community working with the people of our diverse communities right across this country. But we also have to have the checks and balances in place on the authorities of both the police and the security establishment to ensure that Canadians' rights and freedoms are always protected. We are a nation of laws, and we adhere to the rule of laws and our Charter of Rights and Freedoms. I believe we can be both safe and free.
Right now, is the funding for the public safety enough, or need to be increased?
Well, I think what we have to make sure is that both the law enforcement community and the national security people have the resources and the tools that they need. But we also have to put in those checks and balances, judicial oversight and parliamentary oversight, to make sure all of their authorities and their work is done in a way which is consistent with Canadian values and Canadian law.
Good. Thank you.
One, two, three.